Next, a company that's been on Watchdog before, but the complaints keep coming, and wait till you hear how many. So this time we decided the way to really get through to them was to try and help them.
Never has a company name seemed so apt. 2 Left Feet. They claim to be one of the country's top suppliers for everything to do with babies, but when we looked at them in 2006, they just didn't seem to have the hang of it. Too many customers were ordering goods that didn't arrive.
I think they're arrogant, they're rude, and they have no feelings at all for the people that pay them, the customers.
The company blamed its problems on their computer software. More than 2 years on, they should have sorted that out, but instead, things have got worse.
In the last 6 months, we have received over 500 complaints about 2 Left Feet, which is unprecedented for a company like this. Almost every day we're hearing from more people who months after they ordered still haven't got what they paid for and can't get their money back.
Donna Brewer ordered nearly £1,000 worth of goods from 2 Left Feet's website. That was last July. She never got all of them, but she did get a lot of unnecessary grief.
I had numerous conversations with 2 Left Feet, lots of email correspondence, and about half a dozen phone calls totalling about 5 hours. To expect a customer to sit on their telephone line and wait up to an hour plus to be answered, only to be given contradictory information, is just disgraceful.
3 months after she placed her order, Donna's baby arrived. If only most of her goods had as well.
The last contact I had with 2 Left Feet was the Tuesday prior to her early arrival, where in the end I just broke down in tears on the phone, and I'm quite a strong person. It takes a lot for me to get to that point.
Donna then spent another 3 months trying and failing to get a refund. Now, finally, she's had her money back. But from her credit card company, not 2 Left Feet. She can't believe how the company has treated her.
It caused me a great amount of stress at a time which I just didn't need it. I was 34 weeks pregnant, and like a lot of mums to be out there, the stress level is just, well, it's unbelievable.
Clearly, 2 Left Feet still has serious problems, and we've given them plenty of time to sort themselves out.
We've already told them once, they still haven't learned their lesson. So what can we do to make them pay attention this time?
Well, we've got a plan that might help.
Thanks very much for coming today.
First, we get together some families the company's let down.
Well, how old's he?
He's 6 weeks.
6 weeks old. Can I interview him later?
They've all had exactly the same experiences. First, their goods didn't arrive.
I bought a high chair from 2 Left Feet and never received it.
They took our money straight away. After 3 weeks, there was no buggy.
4 weeks later, when the pram was supposed to be delivered, no sign of delivery date.
Then, they couldn't get any help from 2 Left Feet.
I rang on numerous occasions, but they would only put me through to sales. Never could I speak to a customer assistant, someone to advise me.
At some points we were on hold for 40 minutes.
But we couldn't get past like the girl on the switchboard.
It was almost you had a feeling, a sixth sense of there's a wall gone up here, there's a stone wall. You're not going to get past this person.
And they said the after sales, all they could do was talk via email, no customer contact.
And when they cancelled their orders, they didn't get their money back.
I still haven't received a refund.
In the end, my husband phoned Trading Standards. We went to the court and put a claim through the court.
I'm still waiting for the money. I've had no refund.
By the time they get the refund, you'll be playing for England, won't you?
2 Left Feet seem to be getting it all wrong. They're not listening to their customers. So, will they listen to this man? We've called in one of the top business gurus around. His name? Richard Farley. He's a former dragon on Dragon's Den. So what will he make of 2 Left Feet?
G'day mate, how are you?
Good, but how's this company? That's the question.
Well, it doesn't sound good.
No.
There's bad reading, but I'd like to find out a bit more.
Richard gets straight to business.
The problem was that at first their after sales had a phone line to call, but they sort of shut that off and just went email only.
Did you get your money back eventually?
Through the credit card company.
How did you feel when the customer complaint line disappeared off the website?
You just feel frustrated because you can't do anything.
The customer experience doesn't sound very good at all. I mean, the worst service I've ever heard of. And it sort of makes me scared to go online and do some shopping. You get the feeling that there is something wrong with the company. So I think we can summarise that as a brick wall, nothing, no money, no chair.
Yeah, basically.
Maybe it's struggling, you know, and maybe the way they're reacting to that struggle is to cut back on customer service. It's easy when times are tough to cut customer service because that doesn't make you any money. But maybe that's what they're doing, just trying to stay alive.
We're keen for Richard to tell Two Left Feet exactly what he thinks and how the business can be improved. So far, they've not been interested. But then, in the middle of our filming, they ring to say they've changed their minds. They invite us and the cameras to visit their office in Bedford later that afternoon. We head straight there.
Customer relations, that's got to be number one. Shall we go?
Yep, let's give it a go.
Okay.
When we arrive, we're met by the man in charge, Managing Director Richard Bone.
Yeah. Thank you for having us. Top man here. How do you think he can help you?
Well, I think we can go through some of the issues that we've had. We can be honest and open about them issues.
Yeah, we chatted to a few people this morning and had a look at the accounts, and obviously you know a lot more about it than anyone does.
Absolutely.
Great. Shall we go and fight our way through the non-existent baby buggies? And
Thank you.
When we go in, there's quite a surprise for a company that does most of its business online.
So it is spacious, isn't it? Nice and bright. And
Two Left Feet has a very smart, shiny showroom.
Very nice.
And it's full of stock. So why can it be so difficult for their customers to get what they've ordered? Well, when we sit down to chat about it, apparently it's still down to the company's computer systems.
why aren't you able to give the people the items that they've ordered?
I'm obviously conscious of the software company we use. So yes, the software has not been in any way suitable for the amount of orders that we take.
So if somebody orders a high chair or a baby buggy and it hasn't come for months, that is a case of computer says no.
So it's part computer says no, yes, with the amount of orders we take, but there is...
Richard Farley is unconvinced.
No, Rich, I don't accept that. I don't believe it's a change in the computer systems at all. I think there's something more fundamental, isn't there? You're destroying your business.
Well, there's a lot more details going behind the business than what you're saying now. See, I know I've been running this for 10 years. I know I can't, within a short space of time on Television Pro, go through every single...
You don't have to go through everyone. You don't have to go. They're very simple facts. To me, right, it looks like you are looking after yourself at the expense of these people.
No, not at all. Looking after myself. No, not at all.
Well, you're the company.
We're told Two Left Feet have just brought in a new computer system which will only take orders if stock is available. But Richard is critical about how they handle their refunds too.
Well, can you look me in the eye and tell me that you cannot ask your accountants to go quickly through everyone who's owed money and who's been promised a refund and pay it tomorrow?
Yes, we could.
You could?
Yes.
Will you do that?
If you can give them the details of the customers.
You can't,
also, sorry,
Richard,
no,
you can't pretend you don't have their details.
No, we do. We need to go through a process in terms of finding out exactly what is outstanding.
You don't have any system of unsatisfied orders which are over 3 months old or over 6 months old?
There's parts of the system that
I don't believe, no matter how bad your system, there must be something in your books. I mean, it's a legal requirement. You must be something in there. You must be able to sit down tomorrow with your accountants and say, we owe £10,000 to all these different people, let's pay it.
Or we need to give them a baby buggy. Let's give them it.
Or at least give them something.
We talk for an hour. Two Left Feet's boss says he will make it easier to resolve complaints on the phone and seems genuinely keen to improve customer service.
We're here to be honest about our issues. Some of the customers you've been to see today is indefensible, and for that I'm exceptionally sorry and very apologetic towards.
Without getting too complicated, I've written down two things which are pretty obvious, right? Customers and your stock management. You are not really focusing on the customer side, which is your long-term reputation. You have to say, there's a problem, and I'm going to make sure that's fixed in the next month.
It is happening. I mean, I've always said I've got 3 children, 2 real children, and the third one, which is this business.
This is a turning point, and so anyone watching this can say, well, you know, they had problems, you know, we can sympathise.
We've reached a crossroads, you know, and we have literally got that. We're turning now.
He's taken on board everything Richard said, but will it make any difference?
It's quite some achievement to alienate as many customers as this business has. But even now, it may not be too late. This could be Two Left Feet's first step to recovery. We'll see what happens.